champ. Should be really useful against this Darius Trundle Aurelia. Not going to do a whole lot of damage and able to save a lot of his teammates who are in sticky situations. So I'm super happy with this lineup.
I love Thresh. She's one of my favorite champs in the game. I had a game where I actually stole drag with his hook.
Really?
Yeah, that was insane. Thresh can be so good.
Wow. Yeah. Stealing anything as a
support,
non-jungler,
yeah,
is super fun, especially as a support. I cannot say I've ever stolen a Drake or anything with a support. I have stolen the red buff as Leona. I used my E. Was just trying to get him, but I actually took the red buff. And
I think that was the only time that I've ever stolen a drag with support. I honestly don't even know how they let that happen.
That's an important moment. I mean,
that is a moment that I will always remember.
Yeah, it's super important. You know, when your jungler falls short, just know the support's got your back. And
always.
That's kind of always about League.
That's their whole job.
Yeah.
As a support.
Has your back, and we'll die for you. Probably will.
Willing to die for you. Yeah.
Usually has to be the meat shield in the fight after their stuns. But 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
I'm
on the
really
delay.
excited about this game.
Yes, I can't wait to see
what
happens.
I'm so excited.
The Vladimir, one of my favorite picks. I'm sure the directed cam is going to be all over this mid lane.
And top lane, I hope.
Yes, the directed cam probably won't even know who to switch to at times. There's going to be a lot of action.
I'm hoping that there's a lot of action. If it's a slow game, I'll be very surprised.
Yes, last week we had some really slow games.
But we didn't have picks like this.
True. They were definitely off roll or off champ for sure. This time, it seems like USM is in their comfort zone. They've just gotten the favorable ruling from the NECC, and it seems like they're preparing to deliver a mean game to Mars Hill. Unless these 5 champions for them are their main picks, are their main champs, this game looks
pretty solid.
Predict, I think this is USM's game.
But we don't want to jinx them.
Definitely don't want to jinx it.
But we do want them to win really bad.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's wood. I think
it might be plastic.
I think I don't know. Hopefully there's some traces of wood in there.
They can't see us. We're knocking on the wooden table.
Yes. Yes. Knocking on the wood table and
dispel the bad luck.
And do you have a favorite side? Do you like red or blue side more? I don't,
I actually kind of like blue side more.
Like blue side?
I feel like when I'm on red side, it feels really weird.
It does feel really weird. I prefer blue side. It feels like
I always
get
prefer blue side. It feels like, that's why it's so weird because I feel like I never get red side.
I wonder if that's like in the game code. It's like if you play red side more, it naturally just gives you it. It makes you feel more comfortable,
Maybe.
Because red side is interesting.
Anyone get red side more?
Yeah, is there any scientists in the chat?
Yeah. Any league experiments?
Yeah, who know if they just choose for you to go blue if you have historically gotten blue side? I don't know.
Yeah, how does that work? I'm very curious.
I also like blue. I feel like it's in a more ideal position for warding Drake.
Because I've actually never thought about that. I always feel like I'm on blue side.
Yeah, it's so weird. The intricacies of Riot Games. The client, held together by tape and hope.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool things about the game. And when you add so much in the patches and updates, so many champions to the game, there's bound to be some things that were created, way back in the day when League was first introduced that break.
I like to go back and look at the old League videos, like League games.
It looks like a completely different game.
It does. It feels historical in a way.
The only thing that I wish I could go back to when I first started. I started in season 6, and that's when they still had those towers that shot the laser beam instead of the blob or whatever.
Yeah, one of my favorite bugs from the past is when Heimerdinger could hold all the minions in with his turrets and then just release a flood of minions.
Yes. There's been a lot of cool moments in League of Legends.
There has been.
And here we go. We are here now. The
Our game finally starting.
Has hit, and I'm excited to see how
I'm
this
so
goes.
excited.
So we'll be heading to the direct cam, and looks like USM starting here on the red side. So we like blue side. USM's gonna have to play on the red side. So let's just see how this goes. Probably gonna go pretty traditional 5-point. Oh wait, I do see some arrows, some pings coming out.
Lots of pings coming out.
Yeah, lots of pings. Their team is ping happy.
It looks like we're
on the
going...
Pizza Silver skin. One of my favorites.
Actually, yeah, one of my favorite silver skins too.
Here
It looks like they
go.
want to go for an invade.
And USM, directed cam, catching it real quick. Aegis
And they're
taking
going
the
in.
Shield, taking a bit of damage, but looks like his shield did hit a little late. I thought it
Backing
actually
off
went
already.
through. 49, getting a free little blood transfusion. That's what it's called, free transfusion. Took me a few seconds. Looks like they're just gonna fall back. Just some minor scuffles, but other than that, everything.
Almost
seems
an
to be
invade, but not quite.
Are you a hardcore invader?
No, actually prefer not to invade. I feel like it's safer.
We invade a little too often.
Yeah. I feel like if it goes wrong, it can be really bad for the rest of the game.
It can, and when it goes wrong, it is bad. Hayden might be able to speak on this a little bit.
Yeah, honorary TriCast here. We made way too much in our fight skins. We actually like to call it eating, especially when you do the flash over the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
invading can waste a lot of summoner
You
spells.
flash over the wall when we're on blue side to get to their blue. That's what it's really
Yeah,
The
it's
Vlad
really
is really
disgusting.
putting a lot of pressure on the
wow.
Aurelia already.
Yeah, barely letting her farm at all. And even with the slow cooldown right now.
I mean, it looked like he was barely even letting her come close to the minions.
I'm taking a little damage. She'll have to be careful with Darius early game. Is just going to make him bleed out. Oh, getting some nice damage, though.
That was a
Evening
good
out
trade
the
on his
trade.
part.
Oh, and Vincent doing a lot of damage. He's rooted, but he does get the
He
transfusion
is doing a
out.
lot of damage.
And infinitely sustaining. Aurelia's not going to have fun dealing with this. Connor having to do
The
an early
Darius
flash.
already reaching level 2.
Connor going to need a bit more. How they get level 2 first. Bang going with the Sivir. Bang in the 80 carry position.
Yeah, I
swapping out
actually
for Vince.
don't see that very often.
I don't. Going with the Sivir, one of my favorite champs. My first, besides like I think it was Ashe who I played first, but Sivir was definitely my first favorite. Very good, and will be really invaluable this game with how much wave clear she has. And this top lane matchup is definitely going to be something we're going to need to watch. Late game, Aatrox should be able to withstand the Darius a little bit more. Oh, doing
Ooh.
so much damage. And
Getting
look at that.
CS for this
and
Aurelia
Connor
looks
coming back out.
like it's gonna be
They're initiating
very
the trade
difficult.
here. Taking a lot of minion burn. Oh, he's really injured.
gank from the
Tejas is
Echo.
here. He gets first blood. Oh, doing a lot of damage. Tejas was not expecting that. And that bleed is insane. That was
Darius
quite
is
a lot of
insane.
damage. So first blood going to the side of Mars Hill. Really unfortunate fight there. They actually had the numbers advantage, but early game Darius is just that.
Thresh going for a hook, but not quite making it.
Oh, and here we go again. Vince is caught out. He's getting hit by the Trundle. He's gonna have to activate the pool. Gonna activate the slow. He's going for the bite and takes him out. He uses the flash and his double buff. Really close. If he got maybe one more
Almost
tower
an
shot.
escape, but not
USM,
quite.
An early 2 kills, down about 800 gold right now. And both, they're really utilizing the early game kind of weaknesses of USM right now. Very late game, powerful team. If
I
Mars
think-
Hill can't win early, they're going to lose.
Yeah. I think USM just needs to play safe and farm, and then once they get to late game, they'll just overpower them.
I'm just going to have to kind of hang on here. Tejas hanging out at the Raptors here, kind of in the mid lane. Vince doing what he can. I think he really wanted the Aurelia first blood there. He's going to be hurting now that Aurelia had some time to farm. And he's just going to kind of have to keep it, keep some sort of maintenance on the lane if he is to be the carry.
Bot lane's doing really good CS-wise right now.
Connor with some good damage there. Just going to have to watch the wave. And setting up the wards. And really, after the early game action, seems to have definitely mellowed out.
Definitely. For the better,
Yes,
I think.
definitely for the better. USM realizing they probably don't need to fight nearly as much.
This early.
They can kind of just hold out. And something nice about this Vlad into Aurelia matchup is you can kind of just pull out of anything that she does to him.
Yeah.
If she uses her ultimate, if he's fast enough, as you can see right there, avoids the stun, but now he's out of pool.
Trundle ganking.
Getting hit again. He's level 5, he doesn't have ultimate.
unfortunate
Just gonna
gank
get
from
beaten
Trundle.
down by Trundle, and Aurelia is gonna pick that up. And that, another unfortunate gank there. USM can't seem to catch a break. especially Vince, they know he's the carry, and they're going to put a lot of focus on him. And he's just going to have to be ready. So 3-0 early in the game, about a 1,000 gold lead. Still too early to say any definitive winners.
Sitting in bot lane.
And Haddle is going to need to watch out. He's out way ahead.
Haddle is way...
He's getting slammed here. He's activating the... He's having to flash, but he's getting bit. I don't think he's getting out of this one alive.
Not a very great
Maybe.
position.
Oh, he pops the heal. Actually, he lives.
He lives.
And that is a crazy survive right there.
That is really crazy survive, because I feel like he should not have survived
I
that.
don't think he should have. He probably was clinching very hard. And I think he was maybe going for the flash there, but the jungler stayed and picked him up again. Dang, picking up the any damage that he can. And 4-0 in this early matchup. They were all really low. They just thought the Trundle went back. And this Trundle's been everywhere on the map. The Karthus Maokai bot lane, I can't say I've ever seen this. I've seen the Maokai, but I have not
I've never seen a Karthus
bot.
ADC. It's the first time for me. Yeah, Aurelia is taking a lot of damage on...
Oh, and she does pop
pulls out the ult.
He's going to wait it out real quick. He's popping the big damage.
He kind of baited her into the turret.
Contagious is here. He does get stunned, though. You have to watch out. Vince looking for a way to get in here. They might just let her run. He's got to get some health back. Really can still win.
She's going to have to run into someone at some point.
I think she's going to be going for the execute here. And
Oh,
looks
definitely.
Like she's going to achieve it.
Or...
And here she goes. Oh, waiting. And there she goes. We're going to go ahead and pick that up. Almost got a pick there on Aurelia, but she does run straight for the execute.
I'm sad that worked out for her.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking for sure this early in the game to see an execute go well.
Part of me feels like Vlad maybe should have kept running after her.
Yeah, it's really tough to say because if she hit him with the stun and was able to jump on it, she'd get a lot of health back.
That's true. She is doing a lot of damage.
Yes. USM just going to have to hold out here just for a little while and try to figure out what to do.
Aurelia already back in
Damage
lane.
here. Doing what he can. Vince did not get the charge on. Or, never mind, he did get
Here
the charge.
comes Darius
Oh, and they're tower diving here. Vince
from
getting
top
picked
lane.
Up. And this Mars Ill team
A really unfortunate gank.
really crushing them here. And I'm Connor just not. Doesn't look like he's really going to be able to do anything with the lane position. Darius is running back up. And Connor won't be able to push this lane. Or he'll be able to shove it into turret. But he'll have to, oh my gosh, have to stay safe. 5-0. The lead is not extreme yet. It is becoming though. Gonna have to be careful.
A good hook from the Thresh, but nothing to follow up.
I'm not sure if I'll touch on this already, but you can see that Morris Hill, they are so prepared to try and shut down Vincent. They know that when he's on his Vladimir, he's at his best. They're really trying to get him tilted, get his mind. But I think that USM's going to come back from this. They have pretty good momentum. You can see they're contagious.
So are you saying that they let the Vlad get through on purpose?
I don't know if they were thinking that because they tried to rulebook us on the lane swap. But I think they definitely are. I think they're going for the tilt on Vincent.
Okay.
Sure.
Which is kind of easy. Sorry.
Gonna have to be careful here. And gonna have to rely on some of the members of USM. Oh, and I don't think he got the Q off there. He didn't get the empowered Q, so the trade does not go in his favor here. Have to be careful.
But he keeps trying.
Nice bubble out, or nice pull out of the ult there. I'm not gonna go ahead and fall back. USM having to be real careful here. He just falling back. This Trundle is all up in USM's jungle. Darius just running
Darius
around.
seems to be all up in the jungle too.
And Connor is down a good bit of CS here. 69 to 37. This Darius,
Vlad
despite
running in.
not being in the lane very often, they're trying to pick up the Aurelia. Do pick him up. And Contagious get out? I don't think he can. Oh, and the axe drops. But Trundle, looks like his club made it through first. I really did think the axe touched, but and Vincent dealing with the Trundle that has been seemingly everywhere. Down a little bit of CS, but with how many kills and how much he's helped his laners, it's, you know, it's a worth trade for having a bit less farm. So Vin's gonna have to wait here. USM did pick up the Ocean Drake. It doesn't look like, actually, no, excuse me, they did. Mars Hill picked up the Rift Herald, so we can expect to see that coming out soon. If I had to guess, I would say the top or bot lane. Probably the mid lane. I mean, top or bot. Top or mid lane. I believe it's going to be coming mid lane. The goal is to tilt Vincent here, and so far, it seems to be working.
Yeah.
Not letting him do anything, just aiming on shutting him down. Oh, and the Rift Herald does come top lane here.
Darius has quite the scary execute.
Yes, and the damage and the bleed early. It looks like he's going to take this opportunity and go ahead and take the first turret. Tejas is on the way to try to stop the Rift Herald.
Already the first turret for Mars Hill.
Yes, a really big first turret there. And you can, as you can see, just very little damage being done to this Darius. He is almost unstoppable when he's in
scary.
this position. And here we go,
good
Bang
hook.
actually going in right here. Looking for some damage. The Maokai Slam comes out and displaces. And Aurelia and Tejas fighting again.
1v1ing in the jungle.
Here. Gets the big stun, but Trundle's here. Do they know? Well, they had a pretty good idea. They must have known it was too dangerous when Aurelia did not continue the fight.
A good back off from them.
And Connor getting brought in, you can just see how much damage is in that. Nice dash backwards, getting a bit of extra W damage.
The Darius is 2 levels ahead of the Aatrox.
Oh, and Haddle in a really bad spot. A nice flash, escaping, and go ahead and activate the Thresh ultimate here. Vincent going for it. He's almost got his empowered Q. If he can buy enough time, they might be able to pick up this Maokai.
And they pick off the Maokai.
And a nice little pick there. USM's going to need to keep on kind of getting these picks, this guerrilla warfare, to stop them. Waiting for someone to fall out of line. As long as it's not this Darius or Trundle, you should have a pretty good chance. Other than,
a very nice hook from Thresh.
Go ahead and drop the auto attack. So Ignite comes out, but it doesn't look like they're going to have enough damage. Sivir's just not quite in late game form yet. A good bit of damage though, and takes a tower plate. All the gold.
A very good trade from that fight.
And Trundle also came down to the bot lane. And here we go. So taking a bit of opportunity, he's got Tejas here to cover his river. Just gonna try to hang out as much as he can. He's doing good damage to this Aurelia now. It seems like he's kind of getting into his form. The cooldown reduction has definitely started to show up. He's getting his Qs way more often. He's getting good healing out.
It's all about scaling.
Yes. And USM bringing the gold deficit back a bit. They're down about 2.7k gold. So going to have to keep on trying as hard as they can to collect picks. The Drake is coming up here pretty soon, so they're going to have to get ready.
Bot lane has a pretty, I feel like, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Bot lane does have a significant CS lead.
That's what I was trying to say.
He has almost 40 CS over the Karthus. And Tejas and Vincent finding Darius, they're going for it. Doing a good bit of damage, actually. He's going to have to go ahead and use his recall. Will he make it in time? Oh, and the big axe comes out.
The execute,
but Tejas picks him up.
They get the kill, and that's all that matters.
And that, but the Karthus ult comes and picks up Tejas. And with Karthus, you get the point and click. Or it's actually not even point and click. You get the press R to win.
You kind of just press R and then they die.
And an insurance policy for sure. Trundle going to go ahead and take the Drake. So Mars Hill taking the Drake back. And it's going to be an Infernal Soul this game. So both teams really going to want this. If Vince can get a hand on even one of these Infernal Drakes.
Trundle
a nice
coming
ultimate. He's dodged 2 of these
lane.
ults from what we've seen so far, but taking a lot of damage.
A really good gank from Trundle.
Oh, and flashing the mastery on him. And that Trundle.
A little rude.
The iceberg. The slow is surprisingly high. It hurts a lot.
This Trundle is really good at using his icicle. I don't know what that ability is called.
I'm not sure what it is either. But both junglers doing really good. Tejas with 3 kills. He's actually the only one on USM with some kills. And
doing really good this game.
Not a lot of assists going out either. Vincent has picked up 3 assists on Tejas' 3 kills. So just kind of taking what they can get. And here they go. USM slowly trying to crawl their way back in any way they can. Connor's still fighting for everything. He's about 40 CS down also. Wherever there's a lead for USM, there's an area where there's not. They're just going to have to keep trying. And it looks like the Rift Herald is coming back. If Trundle gets his hands on the second Rift Herald, it could spell disaster for USM.
Aurelia picking a fight with Vincent mid
They see the
lane.
Maokai ult. They don't, and Tejas can't get back. He's back, but the Trundle is right on top of him. Tejas trying to live. He got a good bit of health back. He's
A good kill on Aurelia.
he's getting. Oh, and the axe drops on Tejas.
I just can't get over that ult.
Yeah, and the pool plus the slow, and there's just no escape for this USM team.
Darius has a really big lead right now.
Yes, it is gigantic. It is a huge lead. Late game, Connor should be able to deal some good damage, but for now,
We're kind of at a standstill.
Yes, for now it's about survival. And quickly, Mars Hill is taking the lead with these two Rift Heralds. They're going to be so useful.
Rift is really important right now.
Yeah, and to take one of these tier 2 turrets,
I mean, getting Rift is basically a whole tower.
yeah, it is a huge portion of tower. And if USM can't stop this, they may very well reach their inhibitor turrets a lot faster than they want them to. And it's 17 minutes in, a relatively low kill game compared to what I see a lot of times, but without a doubt, it's definitely not in the favor of USM at the moment. Oh, but a nice little burst damage from Vince
But the
there.
Sivir going strong with CS, not a death or a kill, so
Yes.
hopefully she'll be able to pop in soon and do some damage.
Yes, so long as Bang can continue to farm, Sivir, one of the best wave clearing champs in the game, able to really effectively prevent the enemy from reaching the base, also helping them to push into the base. But Darius also has extremely good wave clear, picking up a lot of gold here. Connor just doing what he can, but not much can be done for him, unfortunately. A long route there for Vince. The Maokai ult does come out. They're going to go ahead and pop
Rift in
Herald at
bot
the bottom
lane.
Vince going to have to fall back. It looks like they're just going to go ahead and let it drop. Gets a big stun off here. And this Aurelia.
Vince desperately
and
trying
I
to get
don't
away,
think he
but
did not get into the pool in time. He gets picked up.
but their
they pick up the
Darius gets
Darius.
picked off up in
Tejas
river.
picking up another kill. Darius, looks like
They're still running up on the bot lane with the Rift. Take
the Rift is
two
still
towers
alive.
with the Rift. That is a
they're
huge
going to go for a third
setback.
one. Connor and Tejas are coming back. Will they be able to stop this Rift
Mm-hmm.
before it hits their inhibitor? Whoa, and I don't know if you just saw that, but it definitely looked like Rift
They-
just teleported.
Yeah, Rift taking 3 towers.
They're going to take those towers in full.
That is a little
Tejas not even able to
insane.
pick up the Aurelia. She's still alive. USM has to fall back. They're going to take the inhibitor. And it's 12-5. A huge Rift Herald push.
I have never seen a Rift get that many towers before.
Yes, not in any USM game we've
No.
seen.
I've never seen that in any game ever.
And this Aurelia putting in work. I was worried about this comp a little bit. If it was their mains, and it seems it's one of their pocket picks, this Aurelia wreaking havoc on Vince. He's just not able to heal what she damages. And trying his best to farm, but the supers are coming in. It's not 20 minutes yet, and another Drake is coming, and USM is out of position.
It's looking really tough right now for USM.
Yes, 4 towers down. The gold lead is not insurmountable. It's about 5.6.
Three turrets and an inhibitor.
Yeah, it's a lot. They pushed all the way to the bot, and looks like top lane maybe soon. Connor, just not barely doing any damage. It's just, even with these empowered Qs, and Darius running down again, looking for an opportunity. He's going to go ahead and back. Tejas going to have to try to stop this Drake. Is there any members of USM here? Bang, trying to push out the wave if he can.
And there goes
Will he be
another
able to? And they're going to go ahead and
Drake.
pick up this Infernal. And Bang running for his life right now. A nice lantern there. Goes the hook, but no contact here.
Into the
and
Darius.
A nice knockup from Connor. He forces the flash out. The Sivir ult did hit, but the rest of Mars Hill is here. USM going to have to use this ultimate to fall back. It catches Haddle on the very end of the Maokai ult. Still about 6,000 gold down.
It seems like they don't have that much trouble picking off the Darius when he's alone, but once his team comes, it's over.
Yes, and this Trundle, a one-man killing machine, especially with no anti-heal.
Mars
for
Hill on
USM.
Baron.
And they're taking this Baron a lot faster than USM thinks. Haddle trying to work on it.
They catch Darius in the
Darius,
jungle.
you can just see how much damage he does. He's got the axe, and the axe
the
drops.
execute.
Oh, and
Another
a huge
axe.
He's gonna bleed to death. He pops the heal. Aatrox
But Connor
picks it
gets
up.
him.
But unfortunately, they slay the Baron. For the cost of Darius, he takes one out, and the Baron's coming.
Which I
and
feel
it's
like
top lane.
that was kind of worth it.
I think taking out the Darius was
them.
good. He did have I'm not sure if he had a shutdown at the time. I didn't get to see in time, but they're gonna go ahead and push this top wave significantly.
I don't believe he had a shutdown.
I think he has one now.
He does have one now.
Okay. And it's quickly running away from USM here. Almost 8,000 gold lead.
Checking out this sick Aatrox skin.
That is a really cool. That's trying to pick it up. So USM stuck on base defense. Haddle trying to pick up any bit of warding. He's been doing a good job.
The
getting
Aurelia
close.
going in on Tejas in mid lane.
Gets a lot of
He
his health
gets
back.
away.
Oh, doesn't pick up the
Oh,
land
not
in
quite.
time. Oh, and it actually hits. It stuns him, but I don't think he's gonna live.
No.
And Tejas gets picked up. Haddle trying
Haddle
to live
also
if he
picked
can.
off by the Maokai.
And there's just almost no damage from the USM. One issue of Sivers until late game. If you don't build early, then it's just not going to do much until the late game where she's really just a lane clearing. And that's probably what Bang was expecting him to do. He wasn't wanting to take a full role in this game. He's off role. He doesn't usually play Sivir. Mars Hill making a lot out of this Baron. And you can see Vince so underleveled, not able to do enough damage here. And here they go. Nice spell shield there from Bang, avoiding the Maokai root, but Trundle is just all over him. There's nothing he can do. Oh, and a good bit of damage coming out here. A nice stun, and Aatrox picks up the Trundle. The inhibitor still stands. Vince
A lot of
finally getting
damage
some
on
good damage
Karthus.
here. Can they stop this Aurelia is the main question. A good bit of damage. Haddle picks it up.
They sure can stop
Here
her.
goes.
She's dead.
Picks it up. Vince is in a bad position though, and the axe drops. And Vince was up a little bit far there. And the Karthus ult's coming. This doesn't look good.
Ooh,
Tejas
the Karthus
not able
ult
to
taking
kill.
out
And Darius
Thresh
heals
and
so
Aatrox.
much. And all that's left is Bang. It's 20 to 8, almost a 10,000 gold lead. Every time USM picks up 2, they take 4. Every time USM picks up a tower, they take 3. Just nothing that they've tried has worked this game. And they're going to go ahead and fall back, being on low health. USM was really close to winning that fight. If they had just a little bit more in terms of items and levels, they may pull out a victory. I mean, you can see they were incredibly low. And here they go, trying to defend their inhibitors. Their middle one has fallen, their
minions.
bottom one respawned. And it is going to take, it's going to take a lot. They're, Mars Hill's setting up for the Drake here. And USM doesn't look like they're keen on going for it. Just trying to take this opportunity to pick up any gold they possibly can. Oh my gosh, the Aurelia wave clear.
That was
Shocking.
That was the fastest wave clear I've ever seen.
Yes, that was.
She was
that
just
a ridiculous
zigzagging
wave
through
clear.
all the minions.
And something I'm noticing now on USM, even with the Thresh, a lack of tank on this team. Vince, kind of a fighter tank, able to heal up a lot of damage dealt. Bang,
The Aurelia
just getting
going for
shredded.
the ult on the Sivir.
Connor picking up some, but they're gonna have to watch out. Connor trying to get anything he can. The Maokai ult comes through. Howl's getting picked up, and this doesn't look very good.
Another pick.
Just picking up everything, and Aurelia just dropping in non-stop. Oh, and the
Echo
big
runs in.
stun wave does not go off before he
Dies.
dies. and I think Mars Hill is going to finish this one off. And this was just, this is an example of perfect pressure on the carry here. They were expecting everything, they were expecting Vince to carry to no issue, but they made it a priority to gank him at every opportunity.
And it worked out for them.
The Darius roamed purposely down from the top lane with full intent to only kill Vince. And by the end, there was nothing he could do.
Yeah.
He was, almost a nothing champion. They
I
had
would
turned him
have
into
loved to see that go better.
Yes, definitely an unfortunate game. You have to give props to Mars Hill. The strategy they implemented was perfect considering USM
They let
got so
all
many
the
other
mains
carries.
go through and then still
Yes.
stomped.
It's, and it really does say something about the skill of Mars Hill players. And the overall idea of the strategy working, and once USM realized what was going on, it was already too late. Bang off roll, the AD carry, already a relatively weak role in the game, not able to do anything. Connor was getting, constantly pressured by Darius. He had no time to farm, no chance to get kills. Tejas picked up some early kills in the game, but after the Trundle became tanky, after the Darius became tanky and healed all the damage he did.
Darius seemed to have a lead from the very beginning.
I agree. Pretty much from the very opening.
From the first levels, level 2, he was already
Yes.
level 2 way earlier, and
And-
then it just went downhill from there.
And the pressure Darius puts on a wave is definitely no joke.
And he does so much damage.
Yes, he does a lot of damage, and so a really, really unfortunate game there. I'll be interested to see what they do in the second round to see if they decide to ban any of USM's mains. If they get cocky, there's a good chance that they just let them play their champs again. We'll just have to see what USM does, and so we'll be waiting here. Looks like they're going through some spectator maybe. So we'll see what they decide to go for on the draft. But as a player, was there anything that you saw that maybe I didn't see throughout the game?
I don't think so.
I think
It was just a sad game, really.
it's one of those games where you thought everything was gonna go right,
And then it just went wrong
and it went wrong, and
so fast.
definitely quickly. That was a relatively fast game. That was a 25-minute game.
Super fast game.
And you always want the best for your team, but in defeats like that, you almost have to be happy for the other team that despite what we thought, they really came out and showed
Yeah.
top effort.
I hope we didn't jinx them.
Yes, I hope we didn't either.
I have no expectations for this next game.
Yes, zero expectations.
Zero expectations.
You guys do whatever you want. And obviously, we always love you guys. So, if it was us, my fault. Perhaps
Our bad.
I slipped up. So we'll see what happens. Hey Dina, do you have any thoughts on that one?
Yeah.
Having some mic troubles.
Figuring it out.
It was definitely a little tilting, for sure. I play mid jungle. I know what it's like when you get camped like that at the beginning of the game. It will just completely throw your mental off for the rest of it. But it was a team effort on their part. That Trundle was huge.
Those ganks were really, really good from the Trundle.
Trundle was huge. Darius was, mechanically, that's exactly what you want to see from a Darius. Those, the hemorrhaging plays were.
It seemed like every time the camera was on Trundle, he was in a bush about to gank a lane.
Yeah, it was big. It was big. And I like Echo Jungle a lot, so I respect Tejas for bringing out this game. But Trundle is just so meta for a reason. You can see why it was such a brutal pick into that game. I really think they're gonna probably go back to the roles that we've been seeing. I think Vincent's probably gonna go ADC if I had to guess. But we're really not sure. We won't know until we get into the draft and we see what's going on.
I would love to
they're
see.
reviewing some stuff right now.
I would love to see a Bang Gangplank mid.
Yes, and it seemed like they were scared of the gangplank. I'm not sure if Aurelia gets countered by that.
I hope they ban Aurelia.
Yes, I would definitely at least ban one of those three. I think if you just take off a portion, if you take out either Darius or Trundle is my pick. Because Darius has
I would
the
ban
pool.
all three. I would say
Yes.
they're not playing that again.
True. But just how meta they are. Trundle is extremely good right now. I'm not a huge fan of Trundle anyway.
I like Trundle.
I feel like he's very, very easy in my
Definitely.
eyes. I mean, you bring up the ice block, you activate the little field, and then you literally beat the enemy champion to death
Well,
with a club.
I don't know. I feel like there is a little bit of skill that goes into placing the ice block.
Apparently there is, because the way he was placing
The way he
them,
was placing it
I
seemed
will
very.
agree with you on that.
Yeah.
It does take some skill to place those ice blocks to perfection. He definitely did.
I mean, those got him some kills.
Yeah, several.
Several, yeah.
And some good placement overall. I do think that, at least in that part of it, but almost every other thing, his Q is a bite, his R is point and click, his field is very large. It covers almost the entire lane in a good sized circle.
Yeah.
And increases, I think, his lifesteal and his attack speed. One of just, kind of like a Master Yi. Lots of auto attacks, except Master Yi is way less skill required.
Way less.
You point
All right,
click
let's
you.
calm down, guys.
No, if we tried to play Master Yi or Trundle, I feel like we would probably.
Yes.
I used
We
to
wouldn't.
be like one trick 2 years ago, John. I might have had one other jungle champion when I first started learning jungle, but they said just learn how to play Master Yi, then you can play the game. And they were right.
Yeah?
Yeah, Master Yi puts in that work. But these days, in the days of Riot meta, Trundle puts in work. I don't know if you have any thoughts on this patch. I guess while we're just kind of waiting for it, I think this is a horrible patch.
I don't have many thoughts on this patch.
I just think that a lot of the champions, like they fixed some of them. I think Misfortune was busted.
Yeah.
For a
Oh,
while.
definitely.
Misfortune was.
I was
stupid
getting a
overpowered.
Misfortune in every single game as
Yes.
support or ADC. Like if she wasn't playing ADC, she was playing support, and I thought that was so weird.
Yes, the amount of damage that she was doing, combined with the E into Kraken Slayer, was ridiculous. And I loved having one on my team. I hated having one on the enemy team.
Definitely.
It's like the first 80 carry I've seen in a while that was extremely powerful. We saw the Dark Harvest Caitlyn build where her ultimate would do like over half your health. Was really easy for taking them out, and that still persists I see it in occasional games. But I've never seen such a wave. All the 80 carry players like, oh, we finally got something. We finally got something, and just
Yeah, this
nonstop.
Misfortune patch, she got hotfixed about 2 or 3 times just this patch alone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could tell when you're getting hotfixed like that, it was like Zeri was. Well, nothing will ever be as bad as Zeri having to be reworked like every patch for.
I don't like Zeri as a champ.
Yeah,
I think her attack is really weird.
it is really weird. I played against Zeri the other day. I had a Renata Glass on my team.
I love Renata.
I actually really want to play her one day.
She's
She looks
really fun to play. She's so much fun to play, and her ult is. I just love making them kill themselves.
Yes.
Come on, John, we can queue up. You
My-
can be my Renata.
My Renata was horrible. And Zeri was, you know how her W, I believe, if it hits a wall, it expands the range. She
That
was
can go
doing,
crazy.
She was doing 400 damage, and for some reason the Renata could not help but stand in it every single time.
Every single
It's like,
time.
even if she was out of it, she would dodge into it. And
No.
she got first blooded off of that. Like she wasn't even near her. Zeri was in the river bush, popped one through the wall, and Renata died. I was like, how? How do you die so often? She ended the game, I think, 1-8 and 7. About 1-8-9, I'm not sure.
That sounds really tough.
I've tried to play Zeri. I agree. The Q to attack, like,
The Q
I'm
is
so
so
used
weird.
to clicking. And so I'll click and I'll do like 10 damage because I didn't charge it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
One thing about Zeri is I always confuse her with Neon from Valorant.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a really weird thing.
They
Isn't
look
there a
so
lore,
similar.
Like, connected or something?
I'm not
It's-
sure, but I
don't
always
remember.
I'll be playing Valorant and I'll see a Neon and I'm like, Zeri?
I think there's some weird thing with like Valorant and League lore being.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
Because they look so similar.
Yeah. I
And they
mean,
released at the same time.
there's the other. I always feel like our comparison was always Overwatch because of Sova.
Yeah.
Sova and Hanzo had like almost the exact same abilities, just in different form.
Oh my, I actually never thought about that. They
Yeah.
literally are like the same
And they
person.
actually just they ripped it from the game and put it in as Sova. He's got
Wow.
long hair. His ultimate
He's
shoots
actually one of
through
my
walls.
favorites.
He's got
in
a
Valorant.
seeing arrow and then a drone, which Hanzo doesn't have the drone, but
Maybe
I mean,
he should though. Maybe
yeah.
Overwatch 2 he'll have
yeah,
a drone.
maybe Overwatch 2 will add a drone in.
Hanzo drone.
And so apparently every single game is somehow connected now. Killjoy is Heimerdinger, and yeah. Oh, and what's his name?
Torbjorn
What's the guy with the card?
in what game?
In Valorant.
With a card.
Cypher? No.
Chamber.
Chamber. That's Twisted Fate.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
It's everything is the same. Riot Games made both games, so it makes sense that they would just take some elements. So obviously.
Not Overwatch though.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
that's where we get a
just
little tricky.
coincidence. That's just because they didn't want to choose Ashe. I mean, Sova's kind of like Ashe.
He's kind of like
From
the boy
League?
version.
Yeah.
Big Ash?
He's got the vision arrow. He has the only thing about Sova that's not like anything is his drone.
Ash is
Yeah, the drone is.
But his ultimate is a long-range damaging ability. Does it slow through walls, or does it insta-kill?
Does it slow?
his ult.
Yeah.
I think it does slow because after you get hit once, it's
crazy.
really hard to get out.
Yeah, because Ash's arrow, it doesn't slow, it stuns, but it's similar. So, yeah,
I can see it. I can see it.
Does Ash ult do damage?
it does.
It does?
Not a lot of
Not,
damage.
yeah.
Not a lot.
I feel like I don't really notice
Yeah.
if it does.
Oh, it's just that stun.
I see most people just playing Ashe support now.
Really?
She's really good in that role. Imperial Mandate, for a while it was Imperial Mandate Ashe was the way to go. And that put in the work. You get like a 1 second or 2 second cooldown on W, insta slow for 40% for like 2 seconds or something, and then you get your ult back every 50 or 40 seconds. It's insane. So, just non-stop stuns. And so, but guys, if you missed the pre-show, Valorant is not playing today. You guys probably have noticed that. Probably when you've seen the camera of the players. There's no Valorant players here. They'll be playing on Sunday. I'm not sure what time. If you're interested, check out our Twitter at USM Esports. Check out our Discord. Check out our YouTube, USM Esports. And of course, check out our Twitch, which you're here right now.
Yeah, you're already
Follow,
here.
Click that bell.
Subscribe.
Yeah, ring that bell. And
Does Twitch
check
have a
out-
bell?
I think it does. Does it have Twitch notifications, I think?
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
I think so.
I don't use
Wait,
Twitch
sorry,
that
We're
often.
fixing the lobby. What happened?
Does Twitch have the bell? Twitch has the
Yes,
bell, right?
you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
get mobile notifications.
Yeah,
on
ring
Twitch.
the
Okay.
bell on Twitch.
So true.
Ring that bell.
So,
Yeah, we only get one. You guys won't get spammed by it. We can only get one mobile notification a day. So you'll only get it for the first stream of the day. In this case, it was Guilty Gear. That's why when you see the mobile notification, it'll have like 3 announcements in it every time we send it out.
yes. And guys, also make sure to check out tomorrow. We've got Rainbow Six Siege, the national championship team is back. They'll be playing tomorrow. I will not be. I'll be on the host, of course. Oh,
You actually might be on the mic.
Oh,
because
I might-
Phobia John is going to Luxie for a high school recruiting event.
oh, I might be on the mic, guys. So stay on the tune. Stay tuned. Stay on the tune.
It happens.
Stay tuned if you're interested in seeing Jonos try to discuss Rainbow Six with Aaron, who
Aaron will
is-
carry you.
Yeah, Aaron will carry me. I will simply be, ooh, ah.
I've played Rainbow Six a couple times, but I feel like I know nothing about it.
I played it a lot more than I ever have, and I still don't know anything
I only
about
played Capkin.
it. Captain's really fun. He's really, really fun.
I don't know who I played on the other side, but and the little robots at the start. That's my favorite
Yes,
part.
the drones,
Actually,
yes,
yeah.
that is so fun. I like when you get in like a friendly game and your enemies are just staring at you in the drone, and you can kind of fraternize with the enemy.
Yeah.
It's always fun. So
Yeah, it kind of sucks when they just like shoot you down immediately. Like,
Yeah.
let me jump
I'm
around a
guilty.
little.
I'm guilty of
Oh,
that.
that's me.
I'm
I
guilty
got
of.
10 the other. Do you remember the night I got 10? I
Yeah,
got
you
2
screamed,
drones
went,
and one
"Whoa!
going around.
I just got 4.
It was like cockroaches, like rolling at me. Like, I can tell us to get on Siege tomorrow.
One thing I really like about Rainbow is, like, I used to call it like the snake method, where it's just like you completely crouch all the way down, like laying on the floor, and you just crawl around.
Rainbow Six are really funny sometimes.
It can be so funny.
It's really funny with friends when you're all sitting in objective and they're blowing up everything around you.
Oh my god, one time I queued for a Rainbow Six game all alone for some reason. Like usually I play with friends, but one night I was just like, I'm gonna play Rainbow Six alone. And then I ended up throwing a grenade on top of a doorway, and then it came back and it killed like me and 2 of my teammates.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was quite an L.
Grenades are tough. I still haven't gotten used because I usually play on controller, so playing on keyboard, I don't know. Every time I press G to throw a grenade, it's like my guy instantly throws it. And, like I want to like let it sit there for a second so it blows up when I throw it. But I always forget, so I just throw it in the room and it just does nothing. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot. Maybe
Shout
one
out to
day-
Simsyoko5 in chat, by the way, saying that Jonas and Hayden should queue up. Good friend of ours. Our usual top laner.
Yes, shout out Slimsy Oak. You know, occasionally, you know, this man has been known to be on life support. So check him out. You may not be able to check him out much longer, but you know, he's only grumpy for the first 5 minutes of speaking to him, and then he's okay. So shout out Slimsy Oak. Shout out Marshall. Shout out any other of the fellas in the chat. They
Those are the only ones I saw.
they may be lurking. But yeah, always fun. We got to get Slimsy Oak here on the Rainbow Six grind.
I would love to. Oh, I don't.
He
Wait,
talks
are you
all-
just talking about gaming, or are you talking about casting? Because
Oh, I would love to get him on a
With
cast.
our Ole Miss and our Mississippi State people.
That would be
That'd
really fun.
funny.
I would love to get Marshall and Slimsy Oak over.
Oh, shout out Marshall.
Shout
Yes.
out Marshall.
Mega Marshall. And guys, if you saw Marshall, you'd actually be the only one sitting here. His arms are huge. The man is built.
Interesting.
Yes, he would only fit in the frame. We'd have to like stand maybe behind him or something. We might get covered up even then. He's got traps for days. So
I've never seen Marshall before, and now I'm scared.
he's awesome. He's a great guy. He's perfect in
Perfect.
many ways. So you gotta respect the man. One day I would love to do that. Like have like a multi-campus or like a multi-state school thing. That'd
That'd
be
be
really
a
cool.
really fun event. I wonder if we could ever get them here one weekend. That'd be a fun like a weekend stream.
That would
or
be.
something like that. Just like a round table of the large Mississippi schools sitting
Yeah.
down and talking across the table at each other.
Yeah, it's like a negotiation.
Yeah, negotiation
Yeah,
of
'cause-
how we're gonna take over other states' esports.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we may have some interstate school rivalries. At least, well, not really us. We don't have too much beef with them, except like Ole Miss. Like we have like our baseball beef. Yes, baseball beef is real. I participate in the baseball beef.
There's someone from Ole Miss in the Discord who seems to love USM.
Yes,
Oh.
yeah, they're a Halo player.
Oh, yeah.
Halo, Ole Miss, and Halo Southern are on pretty good terms. They like to scrim a lot. They play a lot of games together.
I would love to do that. I'd love to have Mississippi expand the esports. All 3 of our schools combined. Maybe Marshall will shout us out one day on USM Esports.
Yeah, one day he'll be on the mic. I mean,
Yeah.
he's starting Tonka
True.
Tank, top laner, Monster Man 1, 2, 3.
Yes,
So I don't know
Monster
if he'll
Man
ever
1,
be
2,
casting.
3.
He'll probably be playing.
Maybe he can come in for an interview and shout us out. I'd love that.
Shout out Janos. Shout out Hey Dino.
Yes. You know how happy I would be? I would instantly shout him right back out, you know? So.
Which we already do so much.
Yeah, the shout out section. Honestly, it's
The
kind
shout
of a
out
culture
section,
here.
yeah, it's becoming a meme.
Yes, and I talked to Mr. Toast, and the only thing he has ever told me about it is that he said just make it in one section, and I still find that
Okay.
hard to do,
Yeah.
especially like right now when we're
Yeah,
waiting
'cause
for these games.
it seems like we're constantly shouting out all the time.
Shouting out is kind of just a way of life. So
It is a way of life, really.
if you're not shouting out, you're not living.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
And that's just the way things go. So I like to let all the people know I'm thinking about them. It's like saying, "Hey, mom, I'm on camera."
Yeah,
Instead, I'm saying,
shout out John's mom.
Yeah. Shout out to my mom, my sister, my dad.
Shout out to my aunt.
Yes. Shout out to all
Yeah.
of my family members, near and
The
far.
Janos army.
Yeah, shout out to the Janos army waiting to strike. Oh, and we're finally getting into draft. Oh my gosh, this is a
Finally,
long
that was
wait. It's
Yeah.
it's almost 8. So if everything goes, if they win this game, we may very well be here till about 10. So it's a lot of not time to do my English project.
Yeah, I was about to say you're gonna have An hour.
Go USM, make them FF15.
But if they make them FF at 18, we have another game after that because it's
Make
best
them
out of 3.
FF twice.
Make them FF twice.
Yes. Oh, and then going ahead and banning the Vladimir, banning
And the Kaisa.
And so definitely not going to take any chances.
Yeah, they're target banning Vince. They've been targeting Vincent pretty hard tonight.
Yes. And for good reason. He's
And
been
the
a very
Caitlyn.
solid performer. He's been consistently good throughout this short season.
Banning the Udyr and the Orianna and the Zac
Oh, and
again.
Connor taking out the Trundle. He said, "You can't have it. I will take it."
Yeah.
I actually like that.
I like it too. Into Warwick, that should be really helpful.
And they take the Sejuani.
He just
Another
picks up the Echo
Echo.
again. That's really good. I like the Echo.
There's no
Oh,
way.
is he gonna? He does.
Rise!
He takes
Wait,
Rise,
Rise?
and Mr. Toast is probably having a heart attack right now. He was just saying Rise is the weakest mid laner in
He's
NA.
playing Rise. Oh.
I really hope this goes well.
Here we go. Gonna go ahead and ban out the Jinx. The AD carry still has not
Who
come
even
out.
plays Jinx?
I'm not sure. Aurelia comes out. That's good. And Cassidy coming out. USM's gonna need to win this early.
A Warwick is scary to
That
me.
Cassidy very well could just one-shot most of the members of USM. The Nautilus ban comes out. Havel's probably not very happy about that one. And the Maokai ban. Honestly, Maokai's a really good support right now. I didn't realize
Yeah?
it until just recently. Heals a lot. So we're gonna see what the last.
So it
picks
looks
are.
like they did ban the Aurelia.
The Karthus comes out.
Karthus
again.
comes out
Karthus
again.
ADC again. Watching a lot of T1.
Yes, he probably has been on some T1 grind. Vayne comes out for Vince. We've seen this before. I don't think we.
The Callista hover again.
Oh,
Callista hover?
yeah, we've
Callista
seen the
hover?
Callista. We've seen the flash of Callista twice.
Battle is built different.
Gonna go for something crazy. Just
Yeah,
gonna
no,
take
here
the
we go.
Thresh again. And that was for the
Brave
best.
Flash from
Trolling
Battle.
with the Callista every time.
A huge hover. Huge hover.
I actually haven't played many games with Callistas. I played one game where Connor decided to first try Callista as ADC, and then he went 1-9 in
Oh.
a ranked game.
Oh.
Yeah, I would just
Oh.
like that to
Oh,
be
the
known.
Karthus Leona. Leona's I think she's a really good support.
She's scary.
She's
I
the-
don't like playing her though.
Yeah, I don't like playing her. Or I like playing her, but like she's so limited.
I
It's-
tried to play her one time, and I just was not having it.
with Leona. It's just E Q R W or E W at some point. Q R. If you have exhaust, if you have ignite, and that's it. And then you don't do anything. You actually just sit there and take every single bit of damage that you possibly can, and that's it. So, and having a small push-up competition here. He's getting really, really flashy with it. Making
It looks
the claps
like-
happen. Vince was also running him. They're getting warmed up, jumping around. And 10 seconds to choose a lot of
Who
before we come to
won?
the 3-minute delay. I'm not sure if they were in a competition or if they were just getting warm. Just getting warm.
okay.
No inter team competition apparently. Maybe a video idea. Push-up competition.
I wouldn't watch it.
You wouldn't.
No.
If I had to choose, honestly, really tough. I think Vince could probably do the most push-ups.
I don't know.
If I had to guess.
I mean, Haddle is pretty strong with the
He
clapping.
does. He has some. Oh yeah. If he was just doing traditional push-ups, it very well could be Haddle. And I mean, his arms are very toned. He's clearly.
I don't look at his arms.
He's clearly been practicing his League of Legends. I'm not looking at his arms like that, guys. Obviously.
Are you sure?
Positive. Guys.
So toned.
Look, I'm respecting the man's work ethic.
Okay.
So he works out. So it's like if you see a guy who's got big biceps, you say, hey,
You
some
got big biceps.
big biceps. I bet you could pop my head off with those.
Headlock.
Yeah, I bet you could put me in a headlock and poof.
It's just totally.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's getting to that time where the lights are starting to make me delirious.
Yeah, the lights.
spectator delay starts setting in.
The lights
Yeah.
start to
Like a minute
blind
and a
me
half
after a little while.
True. The heat sets in, and
It's
you're
like
just
we're
wondering-
cooking, like that scene from SpongeBob. Like
yes,
the SpongeBob
yeah,
movie.
the light is on us and we're drying out slowly.
Slowly.
And
But surely.
Yeah, slowly but surely. The only thing that will save us is this 1 minute and 23 second spectator delay that will hopefully go through any
It's
second.
always a fun time, though.
One of the few times I wish I could just move time up by 1 minute increments so we could.
Yeah,
get
I
in
wish
game
the delay
faster.
wasn't so heavy.
It is really heavy. I guess you can kind of guess what happens. Like if it was anything less, you'd be able to guess what they were gonna do.
Yeah.
With 3 minutes, it's a lot of things can happen in 3 minutes.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
the viewers at home are relative to the league players, like what they do, the viewers on Twitch are about 6 minutes behind. Because we also have a 3-minute delay on for NECC.
Oh,
So
guys! Wow.
what you're seeing at home on Twitch, Vincent has already done 6 minutes ago. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. It's already happened.
It's already happened.
It's gone. Even what we see is 3
True.
minutes behind. So
Yeah.
NECC, please don't rulebook us. We do have delay both ways.
Yes, we have delay in every single way that you want. Please.
Please don't hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
he's trying his
I'm
best.
A student production manager. Please don't hurt me.
Yeah. He's a one-man army,
Nays
actually.
warned us, and
He does so
tried.
much.
True. Yeah, when it comes to people who do a lot, Hayden is one of those people.
A perfect example.
Yes.
Running.
Textbook.
I feel like you're like
David's
running the
conversation
whole
was so
show.
funny. You and David talking about me was so funny.
Yeah, it's true. It's funny, but serious. You know.
I sleep.
Do you?
Yeah, guys, you're missing on the camera this smile of his. His lying smile that he always gives to me. Living with someone, you start to learn the ways that they carry themselves. And I can tell by that smile that nothing but pain is behind those teeth.
Oh no.
So,
I'd
Oh,
hope
and,
Hayden's not in pain.
No, I'm actually not. I try to sleep. It doesn't work.
he sleeps in his 3-hour increments. He wakes up, stares around, looks for intruders, and then goes back to bed.
Sleeps with his eyes open, actually.
Pretty much, honestly. I sleep very peacefully, knowing that he wakes up every 3 hours and will defend me if anything happens. Hopefully, I will hear the struggle if anything happens. And I can't see. Unfortunately, I cannot see one of our spectators. The spectators of us. Oh, and the entire Mars Hill team sitting around. Oh, and they're going for a 5-man invade. No one is there. They're all wondering.
I'm
"Where's
wondering if they
USM?"
know.
And Haddle's walking back. Does he know what's about to happen?
I don't. Maybe they
They're
do.
popping a ward, but they're all in the bush. But I think they've got a good idea. I sure hope so. One back is coming.
Looks like the Warwick is.
I think they're committed. They're committed to the invade here.
And it looks like they're gonna pull it off.
I hope Bane goes off. I hope he shows us Rise.
Yes.
Rise
Me
is
too.
true.
The Rise supremacy.
The Rise Reddit
We
is
love
one of the funniest
Rise.
things ever. If you
Rise
guys have never
Reddit?
seen the Rise subreddit, those guys are unhinged. It is really funny.
I'm only on the Recon Reddit.
The Recon Reddit. Okay. lots of Reddits. I wasn't aware of either of these things here.
It's like almost every single champ has one.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that's actually true, but Skarner probably doesn't.
Skarner subreddit. I know where I'm headed. I know where I'm headed after
The
this game.
Scorner sub.
I haven't seen a Skarner in years.
It's been a
I hate
while.
when we see Scorners.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we see them, it's never good.
Oh, and QM. I say QM all the time. Vincent. Putting in a lot of damage there on the Leona.
I think it's valid to call him QM.
And do you have any lore on the name QM49?
Nope.
Okay.
No idea.
Oh, and Bang getting early ganked here.
Speaking of lore, did you talk about Connor Trundle? Is this something that he's
I
practiced, or is he
I
just
have
filming?
not seen it. If I have seen it, I don't remember. So not something that he plays very often, if at all.
I've never seen the Connor Trundle actually.
Slimsy
in any of our
F5, if you're
games.
watching, please learn Trundle to
Yes. Learn
for my
Trundle
Flex games, please.
and learn how to CS.
Thresh.
Oh, he's not gonna like that one.
He's
Pulling
not
out a
gonna like
hook.
that one, guys. I've just started a small war. I can guarantee you, he is sweating, shaking, red in the face right now. Not gonna enjoy that one. Oh,
Ooh.
and a bit of Oh, and Tejas is caught out. He just wants to get the
Tejas
smite, but
playing it risky by going for
and went for the Gromp there.
the Gromp in the enemy jungle. Didn't quite work out.
Sejuani got a lot of health back in
She did.
that exchange.
Yeah, and he was just waiting to see, because if he smited the Gromp on time, he'd get a lot more health back. Oh, and Connor getting a nice bite in there.
With a tower
Comes
shot.
in. A Warwick top, though. I haven't actually seen a Warwick top in a while.
Slimsy go 5 again. Tried
Yes.
to do it. He tried the Sejuani top, tried the Warwick top. He's
Yes.
been experimenting.
Yes. Keep your experimentation up. Only good things.
Sejuani going for the gank in mid lane.
Out. Is he not? Oh, he's flashing for it, but he gets away.
Ooh.
He flashes too, and now Bang is caught out with no way of escape. Oh,
Definitely should have saved that flash.
And I think he really just wanted the consolation.
I can
kill.
just feel the regret.
So close. So
Yeah,
close.
so close.
But just wait. We're only 4 minutes into the game. Rise is a back half champion.
He is extremely late game, but so is Kassadin.
Oh.
Yeah,
And-
That is
Kassadin
true.
can cause a lot of havoc with his ultimate that does 2,000 damage just from
It's pretty big.
clicking it.
It
It's
looks
also like a
like
free flash.
Echo going for a gank bot lane, but nothing comes of it.
Providing a bit of pressure while Thresh backs, letting Vincent pick up a bit of solo EXP.
Vincent's had some good damage.
He has. He's put a
I
lot
have
of
a
pressure
lot
on
of
the bot
hope
lane.
for this bot lane. I mean, look at the CS over the Karthus.
And the two biting champs, but one thing about Warwick, he heals on his bite, and you can see
Trundle.
right now that the amount of sustain he has
Yeah.
in lane is pretty ridiculous. Trying to get some
Going
damage
all the way
onto
under
him.
the tower.
He's taking minion aggro though.
Ooh.
Oh, and takes him out, and this turret
That
doesn't go through, and that was a huge amount of damage from Warwick. And fighting underneath the turret with the minions attacking him, he was taking actually a good, surprising amount of damage, although he was avoiding turret damage. Oh, and a nice stun there by Tejas. Vincent getting a lot of damage in. I think he's going to pick this one up. The auto attacks are a bit slow right now, but
A
he's
really
getting
good
big.
hook from the Thresh on the Leona.
They're going to go ahead and pop the flash, and Vincent gets a
Good
dope
double
kill.
kill bot lane.
Huge gank from Tejas there.
That was huge.
exactly what you want to see. That over the wall.
A
to
good
get the
gank,
stun
a good
up like
hook.
this, that's amazing.
Yeah, and that's everything you could have possibly asked for there. Getting two
And it
kills
looks
onto
like
Vincent.
they
and
might
he's-
be going for drag.
Yes, and I would really hope they pick this up. Vincent about 20 CS over this Karthus, exactly where he wants to be. He's one of those few that will be able to take on this Warwick and Sejuani and Leona with the amount of true damage that she does. And so the
It
quicker
looks
they
like
can get
Leona
Vince
is
built-
going straight down to the drag.
That
So
means
they
that's
definitely know what's
terrifying.
up.
Yeah, Vince having to run up there pretty quickly.
I
He's a bit late. They pick up a nice hook there, but Haddle is hurt. Tejas gets picked up, and
Not
looks like
a
they
good
just
fight.
leashed the Drake. Vincent can't escape. He's getting slowed. He's trying to do what he can,
ooh.
but this Kassadin is here.
I would love to see Thresh go for a hook on like Karthus, but
and
nope.
it's not
Good
quite,
rebound.
and almost got a little extra there. Is Haddle looking for one more? No, they know he's flashed out,
Nope.
and that is a really
Sorry. 3 minutes later, Slimsy go 5 in chat. Learn how to CS. You got a certain mid laner to talk to before you come knocking on my door. I believe he's talking about Twitch.tv/Dino.
Oh.
Calls out that mid laner.
He's talking about the mid laner.
Always hating on the mid laner.
True. But then again, Slimsy 5 often has much to hate about the game.
Don't we all though?
Yes. Honestly, we should get him on just so we can hear him play and talk about his CSing. When he misses a cannon minion, it is comedy. And it is comedy at its purest form.
It looks like the Sejuani and the
Oh, and
Leona just
Leona-
picked up the
Leona
red buff
actually took
from
the
our.
red buff off of that. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's what they wanted. But
Oh
that
wait,
did just
Leona
happen.
picked it up?
Yes, Leona has red buff. We have red buff Leona.
Very
Vince
interesting.
Going for it, taking a lot of damage though. Oh, and a nice hook there.
A really good hook from the
And
Thresh,
Vincent picks up this Leona red buff here. This could
Basically-
be huge.
taking red buff.
Just gonna, yeah.
Wow.
And I'm not really sure what happened there.
I guess
A
what goes around comes
miscommunication.
around.
Yeah, a miscommunication for sure. on
They
the
come in
side of
our
Arsenal.
jungle and take our red buff, and it ends up on our ADC.
Yeah, went right back to our team. So we can be happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Adel and Vincent working really well together. By
Yeah,
the
this-
way. You
That's
can
for
see
sure.
the coordination they had on the main E to knock back while Haddle was still hooked, and then getting in there and doing the fillet. That was really cool.
It's so scary how this Warwick just like totally runs up on the tower
Yeah, and doing a lot of
with
damage.
barely any minions.
Yeah, and look how much
Ooh.
he heals Bang.
And
You can
the
see Karthus does so much
the
damage.
level that
Big
Warwick
Karthus
has.
ultimate coming out. Does he pick up Bang? Did he knock him out of that? I'm not sure. He may have. I'm not sure if he lives off of this though. He's trying. Tejas is here. A big stun, but he's not falling back. This Leona still has so much damage, and Sejuani's here. Running for his life. Vincent trying to live. Will he pick up one? He gets a consolation kill, but Sedge is going to pick up 2 off of that.
And the red buff
And the
goes
red
to
buff
Sedge.
again transfers.
Karthus lives. That is tragic. Look at Karthus' health bar on the side there. So low. So sad.
Pick
so
up a
sad.
consolation kill, but USM still not winning a fight yet. And Connor is getting absolutely trashed up here, up top. Warwick just keeps biting him and stealing all of his health. There's nothing he can do.
And just
Going
running on the
back-
tower like that.
Yeah, he just runs and gets free hits and just bites a minion and gets it all back.
It's like a better Nunu and Will.
It really kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a lot of health back and really doesn't have to do
I would say
anything.
Nunu and Willem is just a worse Warwick bite.
Yeah,
I mean, run down, bite, heal half your HP.
yeah.
Pretty similar.
It is.
When you look
It
at
is
It
very
looks like
similar.
they're going for Rift right now.
Okay, just doing a bit of damage here if he can. Just
Honestly, a lot of damage on the Warwick.
Oh, but Bang's gonna have to run. The stun comes through.
And then the
no team is
Karthus-
here. A nice stun there.
Or Kassadin. They look the same
Oh,
to
and
me.
Tejas taking a lot of damage. He's gonna go ahead and flash over. Does he have his ability? He's popping a potion. That's gonna be
Ooh.
too late.
And
And I
Kassadin
think
gets a
Bang
kill.
went to try to be a hero, and it's gonna cost him his life. Oh, a nice
No?
flash over. Oh, stun comes through. Gonna go ahead and
It's
just
looking
get
like
some.
an escape for the Rise.
That was really close and an unfortunate fight there. I can tell
Mm-hmm.
that's not really what they wanted to do. That Sejuani does a lot of damage. She's 303 in this Kassadin. 10 minutes is 3-0. This is late game form Kassadin we're seeing right here.
Going for the Rift. I would really hate to see this Rift take 3 towers this game.
Yes.
I hope they can stop it early.
And USM's gonna have to rely a lot on this bot lane. Oh, and a nice hook coming out.
A
Picking
really
up.
good hook and a really good
Vince
ult.
activates the ultimate. Absolutely shreds Karthus here. Doing a lot of work here on this Leona. Gonna go ahead and fall back.
The Thresh play was really nice from Haddle.
That was yeah, I agree. That was an incredibly good play there. And good intuition there by Vincent, using the knockback into the wall for the extra stun
I
time.
know Tejas wants to dive this.
They have the wave here, and they're going for it. Nice stun by Vince, and he
A
gets
good
Tejas the kill.
dive.
And that's worth
Deserved.
in
We love
multiple
to
aspects.
see that going well.
Yeah, bot lane is really getting. Actually, the only kills have been on bot lane so far.
Yes. And you have to be happy for Vince here. A late game Vayne is as dangerous, if not more, than this Karthus. You can see just how much damage he's doing. Oh, and so close, he actually ulted through the Q. That would have done a critical hit. That is tough right there.
Tough matchup.
Yeah, very tough matchup.
Oh, it's so frustrating playing as someone who loves Rise. When a character can go through your rebound and your Q and dodge everything, it's so tough.
It is.
It is
It is
painful.
really
It
tough.
is painful.
I've never played Rise before.
Rise is really fun. I liked old Rise. I like this version of Rise though. Old Rise I found to be really fun, but he's very combo heavy. It's kind of just an eternal combo.
I like
with
his
him.
look.
Yes, yes, the scroll.
His passive is really nice
Stoic.
too. You get ability power from mana, I believe. The more mana, the more power. It's like percent though. It's pretty good.
Oh, take note of the itemization on Connor, by the way. Went ahead and got that early Bramble Vest to try and
Yes.
stop some of the healing on Warwick.
That's
I
gonna
like
be
that a
really,
lot.
really useful.
They didn't have a lot of that last game, I noticed. At least not until the end from what I saw about getting Grievous and,
Yeah.
and anti-heal.
And looks like Mars Hill gonna go ahead and go for this Drake
Go
again.
for the
Tavius is not in
drag.
position. They're gonna get this Infernal Soul. I mean Infernal Drake.
Scared me.
Yeah, I scared myself.
It's not that late yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick this
A
up.
second drag for Mars Hill.
And USM,
And the Scuttle.
they've been on a lot of the kills, but their objective game has definitely been lacking. Here he goes.
The
Oh,
Kassadin
nice-
getting a
nice
little cocky.
combo there.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got to remember that Bang knows Rise. I saw him play it today. He was putting in the work. He does a lot of damage, and his cooldown. Most of his abilities reset themselves.
Ooh, the Sejuani
Oh,
is
and here
running
we go.
up on the
He's gonna have to watch
Echo.
out for the stun. He stuns, but he makes it over the wall. That was a really, really good dash.
If
by
he didn't
him.
make it out over the wall, I don't know
Gonna
how
go
that
ahead
would
and
have
activate.
ended.
Try to take out the Leona. Nice combo stun here.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go ahead and pick up the Leona. She activates the ult. That seemed like an interesting bit of stun there. Trying to run. Nice kiting here from Vince.
Very good.
Oh, and dragging her
3K.
away, letting Tay just pick it up. And this is a huge fight for USM.
They
Bang
needed
trying
that.
to chase him down.
They really needed
They
this.
needed that. That was huge.
And nice,
And
Bang
another
picks it
on
up
the
again.
Karthus.
And that's huge. USM finally ahead in the kill department. And they've actually come forward despite being down a few Drakes and are now in the gold lead.
Taking their blue buff too.
And Vince coming alive, 5-2 and 4. They initiated off that Leona play. It was not very good overall. Leona was caught out bad. Vince went ahead and just shredded her before any of her team could even get there.
I would really
Five-time
love
ult
to
drop.
see a gank on this Warwick.
Yes.
I feel like they're
Connor,
kind of letting him run uncontested up here.
He almost
And he pulls
has-
out the rift.
Yeah, he has actually he's down almost 80 CS in this lane.
Oh,
I
here
think
comes
Connor needs to
here
release
comes Thresh.
And they're gonna go ahead and just try to take out the rift.
Didn't quite get tower, which I say is a W.
Yeah.
But Connor is the weak side in this lane, and down
Down
an
an incredible amount of CS.
Really, just
I actually
have to
haven't
keep
seen such a
fighting.
gap.
This is a bit of a gap. But
I don't know this matchup at all.
I've never
looking
seen
rough.
and Vince
The
getting jumps
Sejuani
right out of
and
the
the
bat.
Cassidy
Gonna
just
get-
jump
oh,
out of the
shutdown
bush
Cassidy,
behind
and that's
tower.
not good there. The Cassidy shutdown, making him really, really big here. Gonna have to be careful.
Sejuani is going for the
has
jungle
to know.
camps in
Shocking
our
that
jungle.
Rise has a bounty, by the way.
Yeah,
Rise
2-1 and
has
1.
bounty says-
Yes, and he looks like
Ooh.
Warwick is gonna go for it. Bang is caught out. He's having to go ahead and flash. Oh, and they are just all over him. No matter what he did, they had him
Echo
from every
doing a
single
quick
angle.
turnaround.
They're gonna take the bot turret also. Oh no,
Not
just
quite.
kidding.
Adel can't play defense.
Adel comes in just in time, and just like that, Mars Hill has
The
already
minions are
clawed their way
collapsing on the
back up
mid
to
tower.
Oh, big stun.
goal. That's pretty big,
Oh,
but
almost
Assassin
Ooh.
able to dash out of it, and Tay just gonna have to watch out. That slow is extreme.
Running into the
Flashes out again.
Sejuani.
He doesn't have a lot of mana. He's slow really heavily though. A nice ultimate, but he takes so much
Ooh.
damage. And even with that little bit of mana, he just deletes him.
That's another shutdown on the cast. By the way.
Yeah, and this Casson is going to go back and get his first item. I expect we will see a Ludens, maybe. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
Casson builds. I would imagine. Yeah, there it is. Ludens Tempest comes out. And Sorcerer's Shoes. And it's just, even with the overheal,
That
Warwick's going to
bite.
go ahead and take it out. And Connor's out of position now. Look how much damage the Warwick does.
Too much.
for
And
his
all
life.
his health just coming back immediately. Anything you do to that Warwick just refills right
Oh,
back
what a
up.
hook from Adel there.
And that was huge. Gonna go ahead and take
Under
him
the
out.
tower.
Adel's still alive. Oh, he's gonna go ahead and drop though. Bang, it's picked up. Vincent not able to get the 4-shot. He's ignited. He's not off yet. And Karthus got the ignite off. It looks
And
like he got him
Leona
off
lives.
from death. From
Ooh.
his passive here. Oh, and Tay
I would
just
not
caught
run
out.
into the Sejuani.
Oh, and you can see how much damage he's doing. He's kind of hanging out here, hoping to
I
get
would
the
just go-
stun, just to run the
Oh,
chilling
the
smite.
Lucifer.
Oh, and he knew. Tay just running. Gonna go ahead and
Good
let him
escape.
go. And this has been a series of disastrous fights for USM. They were losing turret
We had one good
left
fight.
and right.
Yeah, that team fight they had earlier was really good, but the Cassins managed to get 2-3 shutdowns this
Two
point.
huge shutdowns that have completely altered the course of the game. You can just see how much damage he's doing, instantly bringing it out, and gets picked up
Ooh.
almost instantaneously. This Cassin is going to be scary. It's going to require an intense team effort to try to get him out of this flash. Dang, having some good CS, trying to hang in there. The best they can hope for is to get a pick on this Cassidon, and just hope that something out of it can happen. They haven't even really seen the Warwick in a fight.
Going for the
He's been
third
top almost the
drag.
entire game, sparing no pressure on Connor.
That is scary. Warwick hasn't been present for for the team fights. I think none of the big bounties on Morris Hill have died yet. Well, actually, did they kill Sejuani in the team fight?
I'm not
I'll have
sure.
to see
Here he
the
goes.
scoreboard.
Vince coming in.
Wait.
Oh, but he's jumping on him. A nice stun, getting him out, saving him from the ultimate.
A
They
really
give it to
good,
Vince, and that's huge. A nice
really good
550
shutdown
gold.
on the Warwick.
The bang is
I've
caught
been
out
waiting
again,
for that.
and he's not going to be living this one.
Nope.
Sejuani picks that one up, and wherever USM gets a kill,
This Sejuani
Mars Hill
is
picks up another one.
really good at dominating the jungle.
Oh wait, they've all died now. Okay. No perfect games here. No unkillable Demon King here.
Yes.
I feel like USM needs to back here and go bot lane,
Yeah,
or else they're just
keep
going to run it
going.
down.
Connor actually went forward and set an objective bounty, got claimed, and Vince running for his life. Doing a good bit of damage, but he's
A
not
lot of
close enough.
damage.
Is he going to burn to death? Oh, and he
Ooh.
tried. He tried his best. Tejas was just a little too late there to save him. And now he's going to get caught out too. He's got to run. He's got to, and this chilling smite comes out. He's going to try to run back in. He's got a dash. He really needs to use it here sooner rather than later. Oh, gonna go ahead and back it up, and then he gets
But the Sejuani stun hits.
And this is,
I saw the idea.
It was a
You wanted
really
to
good
bait
idea.
them into the Echo Shadow, get the extra, you get extra damage when you're Echo and you ult and they're standing where your clone is. Try to go for it. Just the stun.
Yeah.
That Sejuani. That was an ult from Sejuani.
yes. And the Sejuani is 6-1 and 6, and so it's no surprise that it did that much damage.
Kassadin's going 7-1.
Yes, both these members of Mars Hill are insanely built.
It's
Bang, gonna have
it's
to
a
watch
tough
out. He's
matchup.
down 2 levels to this Kassadin. He's taking so much damage. He can't get a single combo off. He tries his best. He roots him for a few seconds, but it's too late, and Kassadin barely taking any damage at all through the entire engagement. He has Seraph's Embrace now. He has mana for days. Oh, and that was a nice
He's out of
ult.
woods, man.
Oh, and
Yeah.
he actually flashes
This-
through the vents.
This Thresh,
Oh, and
so
Sejuani's
good
there.
right now.
Oh, and Tejas is trying. They're all trying to pick up this castle, and they just want a bit of shutdown.
Oh no.
And the Lantern, he can't reach it. He's feared. And then Warwick coming through.
Warwick on it.
And Vince needs to run. He's looking. He's trying to get something, but it's just not working out. It's 12-23.
What do you think happened?
It's
When
this
was the
Kassadin.
turning?
I do believe it's this Kassadin Sejuani.
And the Warwick.
The Warwick top has been left unimpeded.
Uncontested
He's been
the
able to
entire
free farm
time.
in the lane, and
with a major lead over Connor. I feel like we should have seen a lot more ganks
yes,
on the top lane.
with the way it's gone, this Kassadin has picked up 2 shutdowns. He's huge now. And Sejuani can just cover for him with anything happening. There's almost nothing USM can do. Kassadin is a late game monster, one of the strongest late game champions in the game, and here they go. They're just gonna pick him up at the cost of Baron.
A good shutdown on
And the
Kassadin.
Rifthold actually makes it to the inhibitor turret. That's not what they wanted.
No, well, no, I didn't make it to inhibitor turret. It's at,
I mean, it made it to the tier 2 turret. My bad.
That's a little Solus. NECC Solus coming up. Do you remember the
It looks
hotkey
like-
for Soul?
Mars Hill has gotten
and-
almost every single objective. Every Rift, Baron, and every drag so far.
Yeah.
Yes, if they pick up this Drake, they will have the soul. They have 2 minutes, a minute and 15 seconds now until the Hextech soul comes up, and 1 minute or 5 minutes. Golly, I'm confusing every other emblem, whatever. Baron up in 5 minutes. Gonna go ahead and try to take a turret, get some of this objective bounty. Kassadin's coming.
Hoping for a
they're
top
gonna need to
turret.
run.
Connor
Oh,
getting
Connor caught out
completely
again.
sandwiched.
Oh, and Leona's here too.
And it
do
does
pick up
not
an
work
objective
out in
bounty,
his
but they
favor.
Yeah, I think Connor just trying to stall for time there while they went for that top turret. Respectable.
And they got the
Carter
top turret.
And USM down about 4,000 gold. It's not impossible to come back, but with their man disadvantage now, Connor's out of the fight, and although he's not extremely strong, he's a body that they need to throw on point. Tejas getting caught out. If they take this jungler, they're going to take the soul. Oh, a nice flash.
A really good flash,
but the Sejuani,
Sejuani stun hits.
he's going to ult over again. He's wasting as much time as he can. He's dashing over. They
He
have
was
every
really
method.
running them though.
He made them run around in circles, but
Mm-hmm.
no matter what he did, they were ready. And there was just no escape here. Vincent looking for it. So he can pick up one. Oh, and going for it. Oh, and look at the damage that he did already. Oh my gosh.
A
See
good.
if he has a chance.
Ooh.
Can he pick it up? Oh, they get him. Haddle takes
They
out
kill each
Cassidy.
other.
Naddle got big on him. Naddle got big on him.
Karthus picked him up shortly after. Not even a split second after, actually. He did get him, though. So you got to respect the effort. The support putting in work, trying anything in his power. And the Hextech Soul comes out. And even more damage coming through. Bang. Activating his combo as hard as he can. Doing a lot of... nice ult from
Really
Tejas
good
there.
shutdown.
Trying to avoid, but oh my gosh, the
With that
Warwick simply
Warwick.
doesn't die.
Warwick is so strong right now.
Warwick he's ready.
They've really let
Here's
him get
Vince.
super
Does he
strong.
have the damage? Oh, he does have a
He
lot
does
of damage.
have the
Warwick,
damage to
Warwick
kill the
found out
Warwick.
really quickly. Vince isn't playing.
No.
Here's Vince, 875. Trying his best. And a nice shutdown there for Vince. Gonna pick up another 500 gold.
You can see the Wit Save came out. The Wit Save and the Rage Blade.
And just continuing to do what he can.
I mean, look
Seems
at
like
his
this
items.
Sejuani has gotten our Krugs just like
Yes.
every single
This-
time they've
yes,
spawned.
they've been in our jungle almost the entire
the
game.
entire game.
USM just they have to choose an area to fight with how weak they are,
Mm-hmm.
and at that point, Sejuani just says, "Hey, I'm gonna walk into your jungle." And here they go, looking for a way, looking for a potential fight here. Cassidy is on the flank with Leona. Oh, a nice ult here. They're doing a lot of damage. The Cassidy is stuck in the crossfire. I mean, not in the crossfire, in the whatever
The crossfire?
the what is it called? The
I don't even know what word you're looking for.
yeah, it's the one that shoots out the little frost thing, that roots them in the middle.
The Leona and
Soul.
the Karthus
Oh,
are
and it's
so
coming
low.
out. Karthus picking him up, Bang trying to do what he can, but Warwick is chasing him down. The Karthus ult's coming out. They're just gonna let him go.
That's that Hextech soul damage.
All the
right?
way in base.
You can see the
Yes.
splash.
And let's see, is any member of USM coming back in time? Tejas will be the first one up,
Yeah, 10 seconds.
followed by Connor, and then Haddle and Vince.
They are totally in
Will
base.
it be enough? By the time everything is said and done,
Thresh will be big. Don't worry. We saw it once. We'll see it again.
we have seen it. And here he is, Tejas coming in.
Thanks,
He picks up one with the smite, activating his thing to escape. Both of them are really low. Can Haddle pick it up in time? He cannot. Oh, but Vince falling shortly behind. He's not letting him go.
Look at him.
He
He
wants
has
that
a
kill.
vendetta now. And even
All
Tejas.
four chasing.
And even Tejas followed on almost no health. But
I
in the
have to
meantime,
respect it.
you
I
have
have
to
to
respect.
respect
You
the
have to
hunt.
respect the effort.
Yeah, you gotta respect the hunt.
Oh, I accidentally just hit my antenna. My
Oh.
pack. My bad, guys. Yeah, if you're USM, how can you expect him in?
I really don't know. Looking at this game state. I can't do math. That's what? How much? It's like 8K gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8K gold. It's a tough
Yeah.
deficit. Oh, Baron comes up.
Oh, they're gonna
The
three manning in the
synchro
Baron.
clone. Look at that.
There
It's
they go.
tough.
They're taking it pretty quickly.
Okay.
Gonna go ahead and take over Baron.
This might be the last push. But
This may very well be the last push.
oh,
Oh, and Bang.
Oh my
Bang gets
goodness.
deleted. He gets.
that was crazy.
He was disintegrated.
Turn into ions.
He he picks up the stun on Sedge, but the Karthus ult is coming in. It's a huge amount of damage. USM trying, but it's a three-man stun. Addle's the last man. He's suppressed, and that's gonna be it. GG's coming out in chat. Mars Hill has done it. USM falls 2-0. And a heartbreaking game. It cannot be expressed. Mars Hill simply came with the game today, and there's really no other way to say it. Just everything seemed to go right for them, and for USM, almost
wrong.
everything went wrong.
Yeah.
We saw some really great plays from Vince, a consistently good player both in the mid and bot lane, but he was camped early in the mid, so much pressure put on him, and in the bot lane, just too weak. Vayne is an easily one-shottable champion by champions who are way weaker than Cassidy. So the fact he's going against a Karthus with a press R to win button and everything else, there was almost no chance. By the last couple minutes of that game, there was very little chance.
Yeah. It's a sad
Are we
sight.
going to be running an interview or? Okay.
Nope.
So that will be all for us tonight. We hope you guys enjoyed coming out. I'm not sure if you have anything you'd like
Nope.
to say.
Kingsley out.
Yes, Kingsley out. Guys, thank you for coming out. Be here tomorrow for Thursday night, Rainbow Six Siege for our national championship team. Looking to be a really exciting game. Your favorites such as Josh, Reza, Drummond. It's really good, so be sure to check that out. And we will see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, Jonos, I'm out. Signing
Kingsley
off.
out.
Jonos out, and we will see you guys then.
Bye.